Hello and welcome to Crimes of the Heart Tarot. I'm Miss Vicki, and I'm going to use the tarot to see if we can gain more insight into unsolved mysteries, deaths, and disappearances. Let's get started. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And I want to thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing my videos. It's really helping my channel. Today I want to do a reading on something I read online. A little article. I haven't seen anyone really talk about it much, about the late Jeffrey Epstein, who I think everyone knows who that is, and Mr. Bill G. I don't think I can say his name. Apparently, the two of them, along with some other well-to-do people and companies and all that, were talking about artificial intelligence. Now, I thought to myself, why? I can understand Bill Gates wanting to do that. I mean, all the wealthy people, for various reasons, a lot of people want to do artificial intelligence. There's going to be a lot of money in it. There already is. And it's going to revolutionize a lot of companies, a lot of businesses. It's going to revolutionize information. I also saw Elon Musk's interview with Tucker Carlson, and I was really impressed. I mean, I think Elon Musk is one of the smartest men in the world, but he was more concerned about AI and information, along with industrial uses, business uses, and all that. But I thought Jeffrey Epstein and Mr. Bill G. Now we know that they were, I want to say, good friends, because Melinda Gates, when they went through a divorce, she mentioned how unhappy she was about their relationship. And I thought, why Jeffrey Epstein? Now we know what he did, and I want to ask the cards about this. What exactly were they planning, and why would Jeffrey Epstein be involved with a business that Mr. G and other investors were involved with? I mean, that seems just odd to me. So let's pull the cards. I don't want to make this too long of a reading. I don't know how many people are really interested in this. But we'll put a few cards out, just kind of see what we get, what kind of information. Why would Mr. Bill G be so interested, aside from the obvious? But this was about artificial intelligence. This article, that they were in some kind of collaboration together. I thought that was very strange. Let's see what the cards say. I'm getting a lot of reversals. I tried to mix these up, but sometimes they just want to come out in the negative. All right. What in the world would Jeffrey Epstein have to offer in the world of businesses, important people that were interested in AI? All right, I'm using the urban tarot because this is kind of an industrial tarot. Sometimes it's really difficult to get the right deck of cards, but sometimes it doesn't matter what deck of cards you use. And this is all alleged. This is all my interpretation of the cards. It's for entertainment purposes only. It's not meant to be taken seriously. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. This is an interesting card. This is the Public Defender, it's called. The Queen of Wands is a very charismatic, attractive person. Now this card came out in the upright position. They want to be involved in, I almost want to say manufacturing a beautiful, attractive, and it doesn't necessarily have to be woman or girl. I'm getting an attractive package to investors. This is about money. Aside from what Jeffrey Epstein was known for, this is a part of that, but I feel it's in addition to. All right, we've got the Three of Cups. Now this is a celebration in the upright. This is a party. People getting together. It's kind of a short celebration. It's not meant to be a long-term thing, just a small happening. In reverse, this is not a happy time. Now this could be because of what happened to Jeffrey Epstein. If Mr. Bill G was collaborating with him or talking to him about something, his passing would have not been a celebration. Now, I have a lot of thoughts about this, but I want to see what the cards have to say. This bracelet doesn't want to stay. All right, the next card is the Princess of Discs. Now, this is a young woman that is offering gifts, money. I'm getting women in this, but I believe that what Jeffrey Epstein was involved with and was known for was mostly women, but who knows, there could have been other sexes involved. Then we have the Two of Wands. This is a Dominion card. This is about making choices. This is putting forth ideas, fire, making things happen. It doesn't necessarily have to be two people, but it's the process of making decisions, and it's a young card. What I'm getting is, oh, this is really strange what's coming to mind. I'm getting AI in humans, but to the point where it's almost like, sometimes I get really strong impressions from the cards, even though the pictures don't look that specific. We're getting the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Now this is working hard. This is in reverse. This is not working hard. They were working on something when he passed away, and they're still working on it, but they're having difficulties. I'm getting then the Hierophant. The Hierophant is an organization. It can be a church, it can be a religion, it can be a group, any kind of a group that basically has followers. These are the leaders. These are the big leaders. But this is in reverse. This is about people, powerful leaders, that are doing work, but they're not doing it for the right reasons. This deal, I want to say, this collaboration between Jeffrey Epstein and Mr. Bill G was something that wasn't ethical, and there were important people involved. But the people weren't doing this for the right reasons. I think this research is still going on. It was a setback when Jeffrey died. Then we have the Magician, and this came up in reverse. They're trying to make something, and I don't get from the cards that it's robots, though we know there are robots that have artificial intelligence, all kinds of systems that have artificial intelligence. This is, I'm getting human robots. Beautiful, attractive, talented, charismatic human robots. And they're conjuring this by technology. They're magicians, they're making this happen, but they're doing it for the wrong reasons and the wrong way. And there was a setback with Jeffrey. I'm getting that Jeffrey was going to be involved in supplying. This is coming through really strong, supplying the material, the humans, the children. The children. These are female cards, but I think it was more than that. Young women. They were going, I think they've been working on, I don't say they were going to, I think they're still doing this. And this is all alleged. This is just what the cards are telling me. All right, then we have the Five of Pentacles. Now this is someone who's basically out in the cold. It's got a little doctor showing. Cold. This is money. This is not being part of the right things, being an outcast. Really strongly that they were talking about, this is Epstein and Mr. Bill G, about experimenting on human, I guess women, female children with AI. Huh. I feel like they felt robots, and we're talking about mechanical robots that have intelligence, and that could be a lot of things. There's systems, there's actual robots that look like people. I know Japan has done some amazing robots, dogs, but they're still robots. They may look human, they may sound human, they may feel human, but they're not human. Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is someone who's cheating, lying, dealing below the table, not doing ethical, legal things. I think the fact that he was talking to Jeffrey Epstein with other people, wealthy people, let's call them the eyes wide shut people, because I can't say the other word because of YouTube, about, I'm getting a lot of reversals, about reverse body, reverse, and I don't want to say reverse engineering, but reverse thinking. Jeffrey Epstein was a dealer in human flesh. Let's just say it like it is. And these wealthy people, these people that were not quite ethical, that were conjuring and dealing below the deck and with lots of money and wanting to make lots of money, they were going to, what I'm getting strongly is, I almost get like take or make humans that somehow, and I know they can do implants, but this was more than this. This was almost like taking human beings, I see women and young women, and making them into robots. I don't know how you would do that. I guess anything's possible. Let's see what else we get. And I think it's still going on. It was a setback when Epstein died because he was going to be the supplier. I almost get, this is going to sound far-fetched, breeding of humans that had, I want to say AI implants, but I don't think that's the right word. Hybrids comes to mind. These people were thinking of everything outside the box. I even think possibly they were going to do any kind of hybrid type human you could think of. And you know what comes to mind too? I'm getting these thoughts and images off these cards. The Sumerian culture, where supposedly, and you can do research on this, the Sumerians were powerful people from another planet, and I don't want to get too woo-woo about that. They came and they were mining for gold. This is a story. But that was too hard. So they created slaves with the human beings that were here, hybrids, but with their DNA. That's the story. You can check it out. I don't know if it would be true or not. It's almost like they're trying to do that. They're trying to create a slave race. But it's not just for women. It's not just young women for nefarious reasons that you would think. I think they're whatever you can think of is what they're thinking of. Industry, working in toxic type environments where you can program humans. You can program robots too, but it's not the same thing. And they are aware, they are self-aware, they can teach themselves, but it's not the same thing. I'm getting a slave race. That's what I'm seeing. I hope I can say that. I don't know. This doesn't want to stay on. I think I can say that because it's a history. It's a historical thing that happened. And we've got, wow, the Nine of Wands. This is someone who never gives up. This was in reverse. They're not going to give up. They've gone on to other things, with or without Epstein. They're finding other sources. They are fighting back. They don't want people, in reverse, they don't want people to know what they're doing, because this is immoral and probably illegal, I'm sure. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. This is the beginning of fire. This is also can be a phallic symbol. And this is in reverse. They're talking about, and their ideas, that what I'm getting from these, I'll have to call them eyes wide shut. There's another tarot reader that uses that term, and I think it's really appropriate. They want to create a race, a humanoid race that is programmed. You know what I'm thinking of, comes to mind now, is like a Stepford wife. But they don't want wives, they want, and it doesn't have to be women. It could be any type of situation that we have out there now. Then we have the Emperor in reverse. This is a really, really powerful man. And he's not a good person. These are powerful, powerful people, organizations, families we're dealing with. And they are wanting to do this for various reasons. I'm getting for SA, trade, for using in industry, for, they're saying it's so much easier to teach the human hybrids than the robots, because why would they want to do that? The Lovers. Because we're more bonded to them, because the Lovers is a choice. This is a major arcana card. People want and relate to humans more than they do machines. They could be used in military. They could look like people. This is what I'm getting. They could look like police. They could look like, I don't see military so much, because I think military programming of super armies is a little bit different. That's more of a robot type, but it could be that. That's what they're looking at. That's what these people are thinking of doing. They have the money. They have the businesses. They need a supply of people to start. And they need to have a breeding program. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm getting. The Lovers. They need a breeding program. Look at that. That's almost like the DNA pictures you've seen of the DNA strands. But it came out in reverse. This reminds me of the stories of the Sumerians. where they created people to work for them. I don't know if I can say anything. And the Nazis. That's what they're wanting to do. They're creating how you would create someone, a person, a human, with the DNA. They'll need the DNA of some kind. And Epstein was going to supply these subjects, these human subjects, and they're going to eventually, this is their plan. I'm not saying it's going to work or it's right. I'm shocked. Some kind of a breeding program. And the breeding program will be breeding of hybrids. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I think they're already doing stuff like that. They're already cloning. It's not a cloning thing. It's a breeding thing where humans are human hybrids. That's what they're wanting to do. Chimeras, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Chimeras. Correct me if I'm wrong. For some reason I can't get the word right. Sometimes I don't know if I don't want to say it or I can't say it. Hybrids, like the Sumerians. This is what they're doing. This is what they're already planning. Epstein was a setback. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm getting pretty much... I don't want to get into this too deep. There's a million ways I could go with the cards, but this is the idea. This is the star. This is their plan. They want to create a human hybrid for all kinds of reasons. Industrial, whatever you can think of, you could use a human hybrid for. That's what they're after. And the Nine of Cups, this is their goal. This is happiness. This is having everything you want. The Nine of Cups, the star. They want this really badly, for money, for other reasons, basically to take over society. Wow, this is really deep, and I could go a million different ways with what the cards are showing me. So I'm going to close the circle. I want to know, if you want to know more about this, if you want me to do another reading, or I want to know what you think. This is what they're thinking of doing, and I believe already starting to do. I have no idea how. Let me know what you think. Leave kind comments. I'll talk to you later. We'll see you next time.